we have some small but extremely important car parts that are going to be going on the Supra. First we have Kies Motorsports and then Panda Motorworks. I've worked with both these companies and they are both amazing. I've done videos with Panda Motorworks and talking to Chris to get some info, and Kies Motorsports, I actually have some of my paddle shifters that are on the Supra right now from them, and let's just get into what we need. This one I already opened because I'm childish and I can't not open things when they come to me. This one, the only reason it's not open is because we just got it from the FedEx guy. I mean Santa.
The Santa guy, the Christmas guy.
So let's get into it. All right, so from Kies Motorsports, take a look. Okay, this is interesting, but I think will be a great part of the winter build. Kai, dog, come here. Don't play with that. All right. Can you guess what this is? Probably not. I'm gonna assume that you can't. Maybe this will help. Huh?
Super hot fire. I spit that.
Huh? So what we got here is a fire extinguisher set up for the Supra. Not a bad idea.
He's got a knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
To have a fire extinguisher in your car by any means, and I thought it would be a cool little attachment in the car just to do something different on it, and it's functional because with this build and what we're doing with the Supra, the name of the game is functionality. I should put this knife down before I cut myself. Oh, I want to get this open because, oh yes, it's carbon, baby. That's so sick. Man, I suck at opening things. So what we have here is a fire extinguisher mount. It's a bracket that goes right under your seat. It has universal mounts, so that way you can mount it on anything. Put it under your seat rails, and then you got a couple hook clasps.
Cross our fingers and see if it starts. No, fuck me! It turned itself on!
That go in here. And then you take your Italian, made in Italy fire extinguisher, and that'll bolt up right on this. And then you got a fire extinguisher in your car. So that's dope. And the fire extinguisher matches the wheels. Then we got more from Kies. These are super important. We're going to be running the stock wheels. That doesn't mean I want to sacrifice the car looking good. So we have 10 and 15 millimeter wheel spacers, and with that should be some extended lugs. The only nice part about having lug bolts, it is the only nice part. Let me emphasize that, the only nice part. Everything else I hate, but with lug bolts, if you're running spacers, you just get a little bit longer lug bolts and you're good to go. So these are set up to get the factory wheels to kind of sit where they need to be a little more flush, so we're not as sunk like the Titanic, and our stock wheels can actually look good. So these are some extremely nice spacers. As you can see, they're hub centric. What that means is your wheel will rest along this. That way you get no vibration or anything like that. The wheels sit how they're supposed to sit, and then these go right on the hub of your wheel. We'll get those mounted up and on there. I think these are the 15s. I didn't see in the box. Oh yeah, right here, 15 millimeters. So we got those. Those will be for the rear 15 millimeter spacer in the rear, since the hips are a little wider in the rear, kind of like me. And then in the front, same deal, just 10 mils. So these are a little smaller. These feel so nice. And a lot of times people too, they get nervous about spacers. You don't need to be nervous about spacers. Ideally, yes, you want to run wheels that are just the correct size, so you don't need to run spacers. But if you need to, like I'm using my OEM wheels, I can't just magically make them wider unless I send them to like 3-piece and they cut them up and then turn them into multi-piece wheels or something. You just get spacers and they can look really good. Now, a lot of times, like wheels nowadays actually look pretty solid, and OEM wheels aren't too shabby. So if you can get them to stand out a little bit and fill it out a little bit better in the wheel wells, why not just run your stock wheels? It's a cheap option. Because that's the name of the game right now, is budget setups. So shout out to Kies Motorsports. If you're interested in any of this stuff, I will have a link in the description directly to them. Make sure to support the companies that support me, because that means the world, not only to me, but to them. So Thank you, Kies Motorsports. All right, next up, this is from Panda Motorworks. Shout out to Chris. This is a phenomenal company. They're a smaller business, and I love supporting smaller businesses. And they have a ton of different stuff that you can check out on their website. I knew of them originally from the Focus ST communities, and they have built some pretty gnarly Focus STs. So I hit up Chris, I was like, yo, we're doing a winter super build. And he's like, I'm all in. And I'm like, I love you, Chris. I love you. Oh, I'm so excited to show you guys this. NICs. There it is. Perrin 2020 Supra rear tow hook. So, spoiler alert, it's a front and rear tow hook from Perrin. And the coolest part about it, it matches the wheels. I was so stoked when I seen these. Let me open it up. I have to open it. Oh my God, it's like an exact color of the wheels. That couldn't have been better. This will go, oh, this goes into the car. Then this is what goes on this. Okay, well, I'm not gonna rip that all apart. So this is for the rear. Mounts right up, have a little tow hook. I figured while you're sliding around in the winter, there's probably a good chance that I'll get myself in a snowdrift and I might need to be pulled out. And ideally, if you have a tow hook, that just makes things a lot more manageable. So this is the same thing. This is just meant for the front, a little bit different setups. They're gonna be such an easy install, but man, they look perfect. They look so good, and I can't get over. I'll show some B-roll of these next to the wheels because they are an exact match to the wheels. So I think we're gonna have a little bit of a theme going on. And again, I just think these little car parts that add up to make the whole picture of the car are dope. It's my favorite damn thing. So shout out to Panda Motorworks for hooking us up with the tow hooks. And again, if you need anything, check out the link in the description below. They sell a ton of different stuff. Again, please support the people that support me. They're good people. I would never partner with someone that I didn't truly believe in. That's what I'm all about nowadays, and they make some fantastic stuff. And again, I've been in contact with those guys for years. So Kies Motorsports, Panda Motorworks, all great companies. Make sure to check those guys out. We just gotta get these on the car. It's looking sick as hell. They pop exactly how I wanted them to. And the spacers help so much. These stock wheels look so good. Now, they're not like 100% flush, but they're super close, as you can tell, because I wanted a little bit of room to be able to hoon on it. I didn't want to rub. I didn't even want to risk rubbing. If I'm beating on the car and snow drifting and all that stuff, I want to have the clearance to be able to do that and not even have a thought in my mind about it rubbing on the fenders or anything like that. So these 10 in the front and 15 in the rear couldn't have been more perfect. 255 square setup. The wheels are staggered. I believe the rears are a 10 and the front are a 9, both 19-inch. Let's get this thing on the ground. I got to see how it looks. From what I've seen, they use like painter's tape and they'll mask it off and then you can kind of see where it needs to go. I can't find my painter's tape and it's Christmas Eve, so I can't go buy it. So I'm gonna attempt the old toothpaste trick. That didn't work. Let me try it one more time. It'd be nice if I could get this. There we go. There we go. That might be good enough. I hope this works, otherwise I'm gonna look so stupid. Oh God, all right, toothpaste method, don't let me down. I started a little like pilot hole, trying to get it in there. Oh, come on, don't mess up my toothpaste. There we go, all right, all right. I really hope this worked. I really hope this worked. I mean, we got a hole. Come on, toothpaste method. Come on, toothpaste method. I'm so scared. Maybe I'll put this on first. Let's go, I think it, I did it! I did it! Toothpaste method! It worked perfect! Oh my God, it's so clean! Hell yes! Oh my God, I'm so happy! Anytime I ever try something that isn't part of the just like doing what you're supposed to, it always fucks everything up, and this actually worked.
This is like,
My God. All right, we got to get these bolts undone right here, and then all we're gonna do is slip this in. And the nice part is it's adjustable, so you can kind of tell. I think we'll probably put it on like the farthest back setting. I don't want it sticking way out where my passenger is gonna be kicking it and stuff like that, but you still want it visible because it looks kind of neat. So we'll put it about there probably. Let's crack them loose.